Thank you very much. Yes, who is buying? Who is selling? Now, another angle is that of your government I was explaining earlier. You have people who have the capacity, who have the political power, who have the political will to ensure that every land in Yoruba land, if they genuinely love the land, as you want us to believe, some people said they are going to come for me. Now today, if you are new or you are just watching or following Maiyegun, don't worry, you will get used to it. Nobody comes for me. I go for them. You can tell. And that is why I will always be here. Because all they do, they can attack my personality. They can tell me, they can say anything about me, whatever they like. But they would never, ever be able to counter or at least discredit these facts I am laying bare to all of you. You can judge it. It is a common sense thing. They have the power. They have the political will. They have the what else? To make laws, probably make it difficult for people to sell land to anyone outside Yoruba land. But it doesn't make any sense in the first place. They won't do that because you have every right to buy any land. You don't force people to sell. If I want to sell my family land, I can sell it. Yes, I can. But I cannot turn around and then blame the person who bought the land from me and say he's trying to take over my land. When I collect, probably when he paid me, I decided to go to just, to flex, buy a Ferrari, buy one house in Lekki, big money. You know what I mean? Then within 2 years, I'm broke. I'm looking for other family members' land to sell. Then I begin to look for my history. What I'm interested in is that which part of Nigeria does my family have land? We need to sell land, or else this guy go broke. So how can I just be like that? It doesn't make any sense. So they choose not to. By the way, they choose not to. In fact, from record, your government in Yoruba land, the past and the present, they are also criminals. They are land grabbers too. Are you shocked? You know, shock me, bros. Every political leader in Yoruba land, past and present, and possibly the future, is a past or has been a land grabber. Let me put it this way. Every past Yoruba political leader, every past, traditional rulers, many of them, right? The present political office holders in Yoruba land, they are all land grabbers. And I will tell you how they are land grabbers. The potential one, the collateral mumus, many of them are also potential land grabbers, because if they join government, they will also grab land that doesn't belong to them. You know what they do what they do in Yoruba land? They share land. Land is part of the gift they give to you when you join political parties in Nigeria. Nobody knows where the land comes from. They say it's government land. What is government land? Government goes somewhere, map the land and say, this is a government area. Then at the end of the day, you see politicians. They are cutting the land. They are selling, they are giving the land to themselves, sharing the land as part of the gift. They even share land to the point that they share land to permanent secretaries. They will say, oh, Lagos State government gave land, one plot of land to, Ondo State government give one land. They will say, hey, thank you. You know what they are doing? They were grabbing land that they don't care who is the owner. They just put government, what have you on it. In the process, they are also dashing out land. You heard about Ruga? Ruga for Fulani herdsmen. The champion of Ruga, those who brought the idea of Ruga, they were Yoruba political leaders. Starting from fake pastor Yemi Oshubade, the Ikene, what do you call him again? Ikene Aristotle. Or you can call him Ikene Shatabandu. He's a fake pastor. He was the one who brought the idea of a Ruga, that Yoruba land should give land to Fulanis. You, a Yoruba man. Many of you supported the idea. Do you know that? You, listen to me right now. You. Buhari dín, Buhari dídìnrín. Òpònú afọ́fúngbẹ́mu. Lagos Abobaku. You are using your politics, the politics that has blinded you. You are using that to argue with people like us. Òpònú. The people who were championing Ruga in Nigeria, the people who brought the idea of Ruga, they were Yoruba people. And the champion of that is the now detained, dismissed, or deceased fake pastor Yemi Oshubade, Ikene Shatabandu. Ruga, they say Yoruba should give land, or we give our lives, or Fulani will kill us. How can you then turn around to want to tell us to be careful of the Igbos who are paying your brothers, who are paying your sisters millions of naira, selling the land? How can those people be the ones who want to grab your land when your brothers, your leaders, your political leaders, when they are busy, they want to dash the land, if not because of the noise we made? That many of them realize that they will never come back to Yoruba land if they seize any part of Yoruba land. Is that not land grabbing? Are those not people who want to steal your identity? Are those not people who want to take over everywhere, including your brother, Omonile, the one you are doing PA to, that criminal that you are doing SA to, you are doing Facebook, social media, image laundering for? That thug, is he an Igbo man? That guy that is selling land in Lagos, selling land there in Ibadan, selling land in Oyo, selling land everywhere. What about the political leader? I mean, what about the royal fathers? Are we going to pretend that they are not selling lands? Are we going to pretend that the Chinese that are suddenly springing up in Yoruba land, drilling our mineral resources secretly, are you telling me that the traditional rulers in those communities, they don't know about them? Are those Igbos who are coming to take over your land? In Osun State, part of the reason why the Kabiyesi, the Emir of Iwo, the reason why he's in the news all the time is because he slapped the king. He slapped his fellow king. Can you imagine? They were fighting over land. You like I said, some of them were selling the land. They said the land belongs to them. It belongs to their forefathers. In Iwo, some of you have heard about the story, Abi, in Osun. Oluwo, Emir of Iwo, he slapped another king because they sold the land the guy want to sell. He is also selling land though. You know the funniest thing? The royal father will come out and tell you, I am fighting other royal fathers because they are selling land. Those ones are saying he's fighting us because we are selling land in our own territory. But he believed that he's an emir that covers everywhere and he owns all land and he's the one who should be selling the land. In Yoruba land, are those Igbos? Are those Igbos? And don't you think that those they are collecting money from, they are the owners of the land? In my own village, in Odo Ogbolu, I am saying this because many of them are watching me too. In Odo Ogbolu today, 70% of the land are no longer in the hands of the people of the land anymore. 70%. They are now in the... Though, they are still Yoruba. Many of them are not. I've not done my investigation on that, but I can tell you confidently, 70% of the land. And this cut across Yoruba land. It cut across Ijebu land as I'm speaking to you right now. So in the next 10, 20 years, what are you going to do? Those land that you sold, people will live on them, people will grow on them, family will be raised, communities will be raised, and they will need representation. That's where I'm going. You are sad that you are selling your land for people, for money. You are selling your land to people for money, not because you love the land, not because you love Yoruba land, not because you even care. If they want to sell Yoruba land, they can sell Yoruba land. You are selling warehouses. Even those who have money in Yoruba land, let's even talk about them too. We have people who have money in Yoruba land. Many of them, they are billionaires without addresses. They are politicians. They live off the system indirectly. Okay? They are billionaires. You will see them billionaire. They have no business. Okay? In Yoruba land. Some of them who now pretended to at least investing in Yoruba land, churches. They are buying warehouses where we should be constructing, we should be building, we should be producing. They are turning warehouses in Yoruba land to big auditorium, to big churches where people go to go and pray for employment in Yoruba land. Who do you blame? Who do you blame? We should blame Hausa. We should blame Fulani. We should blame Igbos. We should blame Biafrans, Abi. They are so this. I don't like them. They are this and that. Why don't you tell us the truth? That you are just jealous. How is that difficult? You can say it. Yes. Yes, you can say it. Some of you, you do the same to me. I am supposed to be a brother to you. I'm supposed to be someone who can tell you the truth. I'm supposed to be someone who should feel comfortable to tell you the truth. You know the truth anyway, but you choose what is true to you. Fine, but I am your brother. How do you see me, some of you? When your politics come into it, you lose your mind. You lose your brain. You begin talking trash just to defend what you know is absolute trash. Reason, Amo, I'm asking you. Think about it. You have people who have the opportunity. If you don't like it, if this is not good for you, you can stop it. There are laws that can stop it. There are so many. Oh, they come here, they sell fake drug. That is the most stupid things I have ever heard. And funny enough, there are so many people who love to use this rhetoric. You are just pushing your ignorance too far. Yoruba land is Yoruba land. If you care and love Yoruba land genuinely, you will report any shop where they are producing fake drug. You will report any importer that is bringing fake drug into Yoruba land. Anyone that is bringing fake product to Yoruba land, you will report them. And guess what? When you report them, you will expect your leaders, your political leaders, your opinion leaders, your lawmakers, your law, those who implement your laws. You would expect them to protect Yoruba land from fake drugs, fake products, and fake this and fake that, as you are saying. Because that argument doesn't hold water. If your government and the people who are supposed to protect you against those things don't give a damn about you, what does that tell you? Let us blame an Igbo man that is bringing a fake drug to Yoruba land. Don't let us blame our political leaders who have the political will, who have the political power, who have everything to stop it. But they are not going to stop it. But since they are not going to stop it, let us just blame the people who do it. But have you heard that your brothers are also in the business too? Do you want to tell me that they initiated your brother into selling fake drugs too? Have you been to Balogun? I have seen videos. I have seen evidence of people arrested for fake drug importation in Nigeria. But guess what? From those who import to those who clear to those who begin to distribute, by the time you check, you will find your brothers there. And that your brother driving nice Jeep, driving nice car, he is telling you that, you know, he's not a medical doctor. You know, he didn't go to any medical school. He had no medical training. All of a sudden, he is a dealer and supplier in medicine. And to you, he's doing a legit business because he's a Yoruba man. He cannot deal a fake drug. How foolish are you? If that is the belief you have, that the only people who deal in fake drugs or who import fake stuff to Yoruba land, they must be Igbos. Who are those who clear them? Who are those who see them, distributed? Who are those of you who buy them? Who could actually alert? How many of you? How long do you think you are going to live that lie? How many of you live off fake? You are selling fake this, fake that. In Jumata right now, you are doing. You are selling fake this, fake this. What do you call it? Stolen disc, stolen CD, copyrighted CD. You've stolen them. You've dubbed them into 1,000 copies. You are pirated copies. They call them pirates. Your brothers are selling them. Igbos are selling them. Awusas are selling them. Every one of you are selling them. But it's good. It's very good for us to turn around and say, oh, those who deal in fake this and that. But you know, when we begin to arrest, we are going to arrest that man that is paying your school fees. Do you know that? We are going to arrest that your auntie that is taking care of your family in the village. Because by the time you find out, she has actually been part of it. That is the reason why they have not been able to stop it. And if you want to stop it now, it starts from you. Then it goes to those who are responsible, those who make laws in Yoruba land. They are your government. It is their job. It is not you to live in fear and say, this is fake, this is this, when they are all benefiting from it. And guess what? You know it. When they import the fake drug, when they import the fake this and that, when they import fake chicken, when they import expire this, expire that to Yoruba land, many of your own political leaders, many of your own office holders, from policemen to army to different many of you, you will always be part of those who will guide and protect those imported fake harmful stuff into Nigeria. You will protect them until they get to the warehouse. Then you can turn around and tell us it is the people who bring them in that ate Yoruba land. What about you, who have been feeding from it? Do you want us to ignore that? Right? Pretend? Yeah, let's pretend. Let's pretend that it's not happening. Probably that makes you feel better. But it doesn't make me feel better, because it's a lie. It's a lie you are telling to yourself. And if you want to end it, then you begin to ask the right question from the right people. And you'll begin to demand for the right answers as well. Because if they don't give the right answers, then you don't stop asking, do you? People sell land for money. They are not selling the land. Some of you, they actually sold land, though. You know, they sold land, though, to send you abroad, though. They sold land, though, to send you to school, though. But lucky you, most of the land they sold then, they sold them to those you believe should have them, the Yoruba people. But what can you do to those Omonile who are carrying guns, who are killing people every day in Aja axis, in Ibadan, in Oyo, in Oshogbo, in Osun, in Ondo, in Ogun State, in Ekiti State? These are Yoruba land. What are you saying about them? I have never seen one Chukwuemeka arrested for land grabbing in Nigeria. I mean, in Yoruba land. I'm yet to see one. And another not intelligent, I mean, unintelligent argument that some of you are raising up as well. I'm coming back to politics, because that is where I'm going to break the whole table now. Because that is where I'm going to start mentioning names. But to some of you, just hang on for a minute. I want to pick up that. Maybe not. Yeah, let's take on the politics there, the political part of it. The point I'm trying to make here is this. If you feel like, although it's so late now, because people will continue to buy. Some of you will continue to sell. And as long as you continue to sell, right, the buyers will continue to own the land. Now to the political part of it. Lagos State today, by statistic, says that we have the population of in the population of Lagos State right now, 35% of them are non-Lagosians. That's the irony of it, yeah. But the funniest part of it is that among the 35% of those who are not Lagosians, there are people who claim to be Lagosians themselves, who are actually not from Lagos, but they are Yorubas. I will start with the Jaga Bandit, Fifnumbu, Jaga Bandit of Lagos, the Jagawere of Lagos. He is not from Lagos State. He is originally from Iragbiji in Osun State. Osun State, that's where Tinubu came from. As a young boy, he was adopted by late Abibatu Mogaji. Abibatu Mogaji, who happened to be a Lagos popular, market leader and a politician, adopted Atonda Ogunlere or Shongolere. That was Tinubu's name. And she gave him the name Bola Ahmed. That was how Tinubu became a Lagosian at a very young age of about maybe 12, 13. So Tinubu, who is today's leader of Lagos State, is not from Lagos State. Tinubu's wife, Remi Tinubu, who has been the Lagos State first lady, and today she's representing, I think she's representing Lagos, Lagos South or whatever, Lagos Central or thereabout. She's representing Lagos Central Senatorial District right now, right? She's from Edo State. The second senator who is representing Lagos West, his name is Yayi. Let me use that name. Solomon Yayi. The senator representing Lagos West is not from Lagos State. He is from Ilaro, according to him, in Ogun State. The senator representing the Lagos East, the entire eastern part of Lagos State, is also not from Lagos State. He is, in fact, from Ijebu in Ogun State. So these are the governor, the current governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. According to people as well, they say he's not from Lagos State as well. But let's leave that as it is. There are so many of them. Sanwo-Olu is my brother from Ijebu as well. But however, this alone tells you that 35% of people who are currently claiming to be from Lagos State, they are not real from Lagos State. They are from somewhere else. And because they speak Yoruba, that gives them some leverage. And over the years as well, because many of our brothers and sisters have sold their father's properties, their parents' inherited lands and all of that, to those they now called strangers, the Igbos mostly. Today, a part of Lagos State is well known to be well populated with the Igbos, mostly people of the eastern part of Nigeria, the Ajegunle side of it. And on like that. When you begin to go to Okokomaiko, Ajangbadi, when you begin to go to all those areas, they were well populated. And guess what? They are property owners there. When you get to Festac, you will realize that they bought their lands years and years ago, even after the Civil War. So they own the land, they own the properties, they pay property tax, they pay every tax to Lagos State government. But there is a discrimination. The discrimination is, once you are a Yoruba man and you are from anywhere in Nigeria, anywhere from Yoruba land, in Lagos State, Lagos is a welcome home for all of us. As an Ijebu man, with property in Lagos, I have properties in Lagos, right? That means I can run for any political office in Lagos State if I belong to the right political caucus, even though I am from Odo-Ogbolu or from Ijebu Igbo in Ogun State, Ijebu land. So I have leverage, right? Even if I don't have properties at all, many of them who are today billionaires in Lagos State, who are today multi-billionaires in Lagos State, who are today many property owners in Lagos State, including Tinubu himself, who has become the chief landlord of Lagos State today. They all have this privilege because of their Yoruba advantage. It is not because they brought the property to Lagos State. It's not because they inherited anything from their parents in Lagos State, because their parents were never from Lagos State in the first instance. So they manage to use the political advantage they have to become property owners. They use the advantage of the Yoruba they are to become superior political power in Lagos State. But there is a record that 35% of those living in Lagos State are not Yorubas. And they are property owners in Lagos State. They are business owners in Lagos State. They are taxpayers in Lagos State. Every time that Lagos State says they raise revenue of 100 billion, 200 billion, 500 billion, whatever billion they say they raise in tax, in revenue, in anything, these taxes comes from those who are doing businesses, who have properties, and who are doing businesses in Lagos State, either working, including those who are working in Lagos State. It didn't say the tax are from Yoruba taxpayers. And by all calculation, they own Lagos State too. But they don't have that same leverage because they don't speak Yoruba. So eventually, they decided to make their own political stance known, which is the greatest thing to do. Today, those areas I told you of now have strong political representation in Lagos State, though they have been stifled a lot. And even when they have this political representation, they don't still get represented in Lagos State. We know that because of the political discrimination. But you cannot deny the fact that they are legal property owners. They are legal landowners. They are legal residents of Lagos State. And by calculation, by all calculations, right, by your own definition of one Nigeria, then they have the right to live everywhere. What do you say to those who want to grab your land? What do you say to those who say, if you don't leave your land and you get killed for it, it's your business? What do you say to them? You praise them. You shut up. And you keep quiet. And you are a Yoruba man. And in 20 years' time, you want to call back and say, you want us that the Igbos, the Fulanis, the Hausas, they will take over the Yoruba land. You did nothing. You know what you are doing right now? When you belong into that, when you belong to that line of thought, when you belong to that line of, existence, what you are doing is this. You are helping those who are selling Yoruba land off. And when we say Oduduwa Republic, where is going to be that republic? Are you not sure you are going to share that republic at the end of the day? If you continue with this narrative of let us blame the buyers, let us blame the legal buyers, and let us ignore the illegal sellers who don't give a damn about the land that you want to pretend to love. And when you support them, you are actually validating what they are doing. I'm not your problem. I can never be your problem. I've got very great content. I've got great stuffs that I share with the world all the time. And to God be the glory. YouTube has finally acknowledged that, right? Which is great. People have been downloading my videos on Maiyegun's diary. I have seen thousands of my videos. I mean, hundreds of that with thousands of views. I love that. I love them, right? But what is wrong if I begin to actually reach out to my YouTube fans directly, undiluted? Then YouTube says, this is a great quality content. We would love to work with you. Which means they love the audience. They love you. They love what we are doing. They want to advertise on my page. That makes it legit. That makes me legit enough to tell you that if I turn out to become a popular YouTuber tomorrow, it is to your own glory. It is not because of the money involved. It is to tell you that we are doing something great, something original, something real. It is not, this is not many on social media. How can you turn around and say, Maiyegun is after money? Are you after poverty in your life? Do you really think running this is cheap? Then you deserve your leaders who told you that they could build you electricity for the past 60 years. Rather than build you that, they gave you darkness because you will believe anything. You will be stupid enough not to know that the world we live in today, right? My own intellectual property alone is enough for me never to become a political ass licker to any goddamn human being, living or dead. Don't you think that is the independence that many of you should be working towards? Originality, great content, like undisputable platform where you just get glued to it. How could you be so stupid enough to compare this with what your leaders are doing to you? You should be grateful. And I'm proud. I am very proud of what we have done. I'm very proud of what we have achieved. And I'm very, very proud of what we are going to achieve still, because this is just a scratch. We have not even started.